All right, folks, if you want to have more fun playing soccer, this is a simple routine that you can do anywhere in the world. When I was a freshman at Duquesne University at the end of preseason, I got cut from the team. So a year later, I walked on to the University of Rhode Island men's soccer team, and looking back, I realized even though I made the team, when preparing for preseason, I didn't have a good personal training routine. I was a great athlete. I played at the highest level of competitive youth soccer out of New Jersey, but I really didn't have a structure or a format or just a simple daily routine that I could do over and over that would help me sharpen my touch and that would have me prepared to play something that I could lose myself in and become very relaxed. So what we're going to do a simple routine, right? We have a warm-up, a simple body weight warm-up. We're going to do some agility. We're going to do some David Weck, some rope flow. Then we're going to kick this ball and rope around, the skills kick trainer, and then we're going to finish with some juggling and some dribbling. So you could play some music while this is going on and just follow along, right? This is just a fun soccer routine. All right, let's do it. You want to get into your breathing, right? Making sure you're breathing into your nose, out through your mouth, into your belly, right? You're breathing into your belly. And this is a simple Muay Thai warm-up. All right, this is all the stuff that I wish I knew 20 years ago, 10 years ago. All this stuff would have been super helpful. And then we got Dmitry Klokov. This is a Dmitry Klokov warm-up. And then we have Ido Portal, or Ido Portal. And then from here, then we're gonna do a simple agility, some simple agility with a metronome. Any metronome will do. You need one with a 3-count setting. and you'll see what we can do. And then just, right, you set it to any speed when you're comfortable with. And you just follow the 3 count setting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here, let's slow it down just so we can see what we're doing. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you'll see, right? Pop, 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 pop. And then you could, as you start to appreciate the tempo, right, if you can do the slower one by matching your rhythm to the slow one, now you can start to speed it up. It's tough. That's a good one. And agility, it's nice to do right after warm-up because you want to be, right, you don't want to turn it into an endurance exercise. You want to start while you're fresh, muscles are fresh, and get your brain firing and get yourself ready to play and get going on the ball. So we just did a little bit of agility, and then we got a couple different size of ropes, and we're just gonna do, right, this is a David Weck RMT rope flow sequence, right? All it is, you're just swinging a rope around. But it seems so simple, but it's actually pretty profound because the rope starts to act like a metronome. This rope starts to act like this music tool because each revolution the rope makes, what it does is it synchronizes the body. It creates this harmony within the body. So now your movement is becoming synchronized. If you think about the game of soccer, there's a rhythm to the game, right? There's a rhythm to the game and there's a rhythm to life. So when you start tapping into your natural rhythms, right? You think about the rhythm of your heart, or there's a rhythm to the seasons, right? You're starting to unlock this deeper principle of it's like the waves, right? The waves of the ocean. There's this rhythm to them, and right, any good music, you can start to appreciate the flow of the music. So this is probably the most life-changing thing I've come across in the last 6 months. I've been playing soccer for 27 years, and it's only in the last 6 months that I've been introduced to 3 ideas. The first, How to Breathe, by Dr. Vranich, Vranich. The O2 Trainer, that's by Bas Rutten. That's Basrutten, with his O2 Trainer, $60 on Amazon. And then the next is this RMT rope by David Weck, life-changing. And all those things, right? One is just as simple as a skill to learn how to breathe. And the next 2 things can fit in your pocket or in your backpack. and I travel with them everywhere I go. And you don't need to, right? This is simple. There's no wrong way to swing it. You just get some rope from your local hardware store or fishing store, and just by swinging it around, you'll notice this weight transfer. You'll notice my spine is bending and twisting. And once you can start to do that, right, don't be afraid just to swing it around. You could go high with it, right? We're going to go high. You can go low. You could get into like a nice lunge, right? There's no wrong way to do it. You just have fun with it. And you're breathing. I noticed when I started doing this, my juggling improved, my finishing, right? If it improved my juggling, it improves my shooting, it improves my passing, it improves everything, right? My balance. You start learning different rope flow patterns, especially this is called the alternating underhand sneak. Wings wide, pick a side, wings wide, pick the other side. And as you do it, you just gain a better awareness of how your body's moving. Your running improves, your running efficiency, right? You get up on that one foot, and now you're developing balance in your toes, strength in your toes. It's just a life-changing. I can't even describe it. You have to feel it. So just do yourself a favor, search how to make an RMT rope, and then you'll start going down this rabbit hole of a new movement, right? This is a movement skill that you can unlock. So after we've done that, now we get right into balling on a rope. And you could think, okay, well, wouldn't it be better to train with a partner or someone throwing you a ball? And I think the answer is maybe, right? I would love if there was someone who I could just juggle with and pass with, but sometimes that person isn't always available. And sometimes you're not in a good area where you can kick a ball against the wall. Maybe it's not safe, or there's no wall with that has ideal circumstances, or maybe you want to get touches in, but you're at work, or you're at school, or you have obligations that you can't get out of. This is so powerful because you can bring it everywhere you go, right? Think about, when was the last time you took a vacation? This you could turn any single day at any moment, turn it into a soccer vacation, and you're just getting rhythmic touches. You're developing an awareness, right? You're just scanning constantly. When you're driving, you're scanning constantly, right? When you're on the field, you're scanning constantly. You're just looking around, and you're breathing, and you're having fun, right? You got music playing. You could sing your favorite song. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you. Right? It's an effortless training. I brought this ball on a rope to Paris, France. And when I was in Paris, we were walking around the big street. It's like the famous street. I forget what it's called, but it has that big. It's not the Eiffel Tower. It's the other. Arc de Triomphe. I think that's how it's pronounced. And right, I brought this ball all around. Must have got easily 4,000 touches. I don't think anyone in France got more touches than I did that day. So this is something that you could cram months of training into days or weeks. But I don't even like that word cram. Right? It makes it sound like you're doing something wrong. But you don't need to cram anything. You just have fun with it and use it. You use it every day, right? If you could include this into your routine, your daily routine, I think you're going to get a lot of benefits from it. You could go overhead, right, around the worlds. And then if your feet start to get sore, that's okay. All right, now we're gonna go. Let's get into some juggling. And when you drop it, right, let's say you drop the ball, then you could get into some dribbling. Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. And then whenever you're ready, right down with dribbling, then you could have two options. You could get back into some rope flow, catch your breath. How much time we got? 16, okay. Right, 16 minutes. So you can get back into rope flow, or if you want to get some more touches, back into the ball and the rope. You know, it's like once you master this art of making everywhere you're training, like your training ground, then the whole world becomes your oyster, right? It doesn't matter if you're in a gym or on vacation or at school or at work, right? All these tools, they weigh less than 5 pounds, maybe 4 pounds, right? 3 pounds for all these tools. And it's the portability that makes them easy to use, right? Because you can't, I mean, it's harder to bring a rebounder, you know, a rebounder isn't practical, and it might be more effective in some ways, but I think the most effective thing is the thing you're using. So for that reason, right, this ball it makes you become this infinite soccer player, because you could just rotate from, right, this replicates passing and shooting, and then you go right into juggling. You drop it, and you go over into dribbling. Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, 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 outside, 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 inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, 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 inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside,